Welcome to Formula 1 Maths. This is past exam questions 007 for the foundation tier, GCSE. We've got 3 questions to answer. Question 1. Sophie is watching a film at the cinema. The film started at 13:30. The film is 110 minutes long. When the film ends, Sophie takes 15 minutes to get to the train station. A train leaves the station at 15:40. Does Sophie get the train station in time to get the train? You must show all your working. So first of all, we need to add the length of the film to the length of time Sophie takes to get to the train station. And so we are going to add 110 to 15. We are going to get 125 minutes. But we need to convert 125 minutes to hours and minutes. So 125. If I take 60 from it, I will get 5 here and 6 here. So that is 1 hour. Let me take away 60 again. I'll get 5 left, and that's another hour. So it means 125 minutes is equivalent to 2 hours, 5 minutes. So it takes Sophie 2 hours and 5 minutes to watch the film and to get to the train station. So we can now add the time the film started to 2 hours, 5 minutes. It's best to do it as column addition in this way. And before we do that, we have to label the hours column and the minutes column like that. So now we are going to add 2 hours, 5 minutes, and this is what we get. So let's add them, and when we add them, we get 15:35. So it means that Sophie gets to the train station at 15:35, but the train leaves the station at 15:40. That means Sophie catches this particular train. So our answer is yes. So that's question 1. Question 2. A. Here is a cuboid, and this is referring to this cuboid here. Work out the volume of the cuboid. B. A is the vector this, and B is another vector. Find 2A minus 2B as a column vector. So for A, the volume of a cuboid is given by length times width times height. And L is the length, W is the width, and H is the height. So using that formula, we can go and do a substitution using 20 for the length, 5 for the width, and 8 for the height. And we are going to get 20 times 5 times 8. This is a calculator paper, as you can see here. So put all that in your calculator. And you're going to get 800. Correct answer is 800 centimeters cubed. Okay, so that is the final answer. That's the volume of the cuboid. So for B, so A is a vector, column vector. B is a column vector. Now we need to find this column vector given by 2A minus 3B. So 2A minus 3B is equal to 2 times A minus 3 times B. Expand the 2 into the column vector. And when we do that, because this is a scalar, you multiply 2 by 4 and 2 by 5. You do the same thing with this part. And you're going to get 8, 10 minus 21 minus 12, because 3 times 7 is 21, and 3 times minus 4 is minus 12. And then evaluate that, you're going to get 8 minus 21, and then 10 plus 12, because a negative and a negative give you positive. And finally, you're going to get minus 13, 22, and that is the required column vector for question 2B. Question 3. The diagram, and this refers to this diagram, which is not drawn to scale. The diagram shows a right angle, triangle, and a quarter circle. The right angle triangle ABC has angle ACB to be 90. So angle ACB means this one here is 90. The quarter circle has center B, and this is the center of the quarter circle, and radius BC. It also implies that BD is a radius. Work out the area of the quarter circle. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. You must show all your work. So we need to find the area of the quarter circle. So we need to find the radius, BC, which is the same as BD. And using this triangle, we can find BC. That means we use Pythagoras Theorem. And according to Pythagoras Theorem, BC squared plus AC squared, which is 12 squared, must be equal to 13 squared. And so we get this. So BC squared plus 12 squared is equal to 13 squared. If you solve for BC squared, you're going to get BC squared is equal to 13 squared minus 12 squared, and that gives you 25, because 13 squared is equal to 169, and 12 squared is equal to 144. If you take it away, you get 25. And so that's why we got 25 here. Now, the area of a circle A is given by A is equal to pi r squared, where pi is 22/7 or 3.14. And r is the radius. In this case, we know that the radius is BC. So we know that BC is the radius of the quarter circle. But the area of the quarter circle will be a quarter of the full circle. If you have a full circle, like that, a quarter circle will just be a quarter of it. And in this case, we have something like B, C, and D right here. So you're looking for this area here. Yeah. And so you can see it's a quarter of the full circle. So we have to find the area of the full circle and then divide it by 4. So we have 1/4 times pi r squared. And what is r squared? R squared, which is BC squared, is 25. So we have 1/4 pi times BC squared, and that means 1/4 times pi times 25, which is the same as 25 pi over 4. And if you put this on your calculator, you're going to get 19.6 centimeters squared to 3 significant figures as required. And so that's the final answer. And this brings us to the end of this session of past exam questions.